Chapter 9, Part A. The first vernal equinox and the year seasons. At first sight, Chapter 9 seems to be one of the less difficult chapters in the Rambam Hilchos Kiddush HaChodesh. In fact, when one will try to calculate the seasons in the 19-year cycle according the Rambam instructions, he will find that all calculating instructions are compatible with the time that the Rambam was living. For the rest of the times, the Rambam didn't give full instructions of the calculations, and the rest he left for the reader to find out by himself. This approach is different from the other chapters, in which the Rambam goes into the smallest details needed. To understand the Rambam's approach and learn the method of calculation of the season onset, we will divide the chapter to several parts. In this part, we will learn about the first Nisan equinox and calculation of the 4 seasons onsets. The calculation of all parts in this chapter about the season onset is according to the Shmuel's opinion, that deems that the solar year is comprised precisely of 365 days and 6 hours. There will be 91 days and 7.5 hours between the start of each successive season of the year. The seasons. The equinox of Nisan, the spring, takes place when the sun enters the beginning of the Aries constellation. The solstice of Tammuz, the summer, takes place when the sun enters the beginning of the Cancer constellation. The equinox of Tishrei, the autumn, takes place when the sun enters the beginning of the Libra constellation. The solstice of Tevet, the winter, takes place when the sun enters the beginning of the Capricorn constellation. The Nisan equinox of the first year of creation is the year before the creation of Adam, the first man. The 5 days of creation mentioned in Genesis took place at the end of the first year of creation. Adam was created on the 6th day of creation, that was Rosh Hashanah of the second year. The first equinox of Nisan took place 7 days, 9 hours, and 642 units before the conjunction Nisan. The commentary of the Rambam is called Perush and was written by Rabbi Ovadia from Bartenura. The Perush says that the Nisan equinox took place at nightfall of Wednesday, Adar 23rd. Conjunction of Nisan took place on the following Wednesday, and the establishment of Rosh Chodesh Nisan took place on the Thursday after conjunction. We have to understand that the outcome of the Perush commentary is that Adar of the first year of creation is 30 days long, opposed to what we learned in chapter 8, that Adar prior to Nisan is always 29 days long, according to the Hebrew calendar. When we will take a good look at the details of the first year, we will find that the year should be complete, meaning that Cheshvan and Kislev are both 30 days long, since first year conjunction took place on Monday, and the year after that should have been established on Saturday. According to the rule we learn in chapter 7 that if the conjunction occurred on Friday, the establishment of Rosh Hashanah will take place on Saturday. But Adam sanctified Friday, the day that the conjunction took place, to be Rosh Hashanah. Due to this action, the first year is shorter by 1 day, and the months are calculated according to a year that proceeds in order, which means that the month of Cheshvan will be 29 days long and not 30, because this Cheshvan is established to be 29 days long. But since in the Hebrew calendar you cannot miss a day, so the missing day of Cheshvan was added to Adar. Thanks a lot.